everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we watched the 7th episode of Masamune-kun no Revenge. If you want to check out our reaction to the 7th episode of Masamune-kun's Revenge, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, on this episode of Masamune-kun no Revenge,
It's summer!
Big
Again.
episode!
We totally
Answer.
didn't plan that either. Boom.
No. Boom.
Yeah, so basically we see the last day of school, you know,
Oh, the
classes
last
have
moments of school.
Classes have ended, and so Masamune-kun's in class, and him and Kujiro are talking about summer vacation, and then Aki busts into their classroom,
Royally pissed.
and
So she just comes in the class.
yeah, yells at Masamune because he subtly left a advertisement for a trip to Okinawa in her desk with a note.
Subtle, you say.
Subtle. It's spelled with quotation marks.
And a question mark, apparently.
Contact your M. And as
So
DK,
is he announcing himself as a masochist?
No, he's the head of MI6.
Yeah, so basically she gets pissed off, yelling at him for leaving trash in her desk, and then announces that she's going to her family's villa for summer, and then invites Kujiro
To spite Masamune.
to spite Masamune.
But Masamune is able to masterfully...
Okay,
actually, it was Kojiro.
Kojiro.
It was Kujiro at first because
That's true, he too.
Kujiro totally clings to Masamune and basically says that they're inseparable. And Masamune, to his credit, actually plays along and is like...
He spins it and doesn't seem any gayer in the eyes of Adagaki than I was expecting.
Yeah, that was actually, I guess, kind of smooth.
And then all of a
That was
sudden,
pretty smooth, yeah.
Neko comes up behind him.
Yeah, well, he's
I
like,
want to go too!
Well, he's like, yes, we're one and the same. We're inseparable. Then Neko comes up. Anywhere Masamune-kun goes, I'm going too, and hugs him from behind.
Anger was one of the funniest moments of the episode. He motions over to Futaba, right?
Well, Futaba goes, oh my god, you guys are going to the beach? How
I
exciting!
totally want to swim my heart out.
Well, she also approves of the trap Masamune shipping as well.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you see her eyes literally light up.
And
But-
so Masamune is like,
Yeah,
like
so
this.
Masamune's got Kujiro under one arm, got Neko hugging him around the chest, and then he motions with the other arm for
For Futaba to come over.
for
So,
Futaba.
This is
Adagaki, what are you going to do about this?
Take us all, or be at your villa alone. And we got a very, crushing little scene. You know, while Aki's making up her mind of her building a sandcastle by herself. Nice sandcastle, but, you know, what good is it if there are no friends to smash it around like assholes?
Right?
Come on now.
So, yeah, they all get to go to the villa.
Yay!
Then, on the boat trip to go to the private island, okay, not private island, but small island where the villa is, they...
Damn rich bastards.
Yeah, damn rich bastards. Koiwai comes up to Masamune and says that if he doesn't show progress during this trip, then
For the plan.
Yeah, then she's going to tell Aki everything. So that puts pressure on him.
Bum, bum, bum.
Scream.
Yeah. And then, oh shoot, I want to look up the name of that character from Bakuro wa Minakwaiso. Because that... Okay,
we totally meet her clone.
Yeah, we see a scene where this woman is totally a clone of this character whose name escapes me at the moment. However, I will...
Megumi or something?
No.
That's not it.
Kura. There we go. Kawaii Complex Guide to Manners and Hostile Behavior.
That wordplay,
Yeah,
masterful.
That is really good.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that series, I highly recommend it.
Mayumi.
Mayumi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mayumi.
she's totally
She is Mayumi's clone.
or like twin separated at birth or something. I don't know.
Yeah, basically what we mean by that is she always dates worthless guys.
Well, she's a serial dater, a serial dumpee,
Yeah.
and yeah, she has more rack than a 12-point buck.
Oh, and also when she's not the one doing the dating, she basically calls everybody normies and hates on couples.
Christmas cake.
Christmas cake, very much so.
I approve.
But yeah, so the group goes up to the villa, and we learn that the woman is actually Aki's father's secretary, and I can almost guarantee why she got hired.
Secretary jokes ensue, naturally.
Yeah. And she comes out to meet them, and she freaks out because Aki had invited a boy, Masamune. And then, of course, we get Kujiro dejectedly. But I'm a boy too. And is completely ignored.
You're a Hideyoshi. It's been accepted by society.
Yeah. And then, so she's asking Aki who this guy is and why she invited him. And then Masamune,
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out, but I was like, oh, don't do it, dude. Oh, don't
do it. And then
I'm her
he did.
boyfriend.
Oh my god.
He totally did it.
He totally did it.
Yeah.
And got a briefcase to the face for his effort. Or no, got a suitcase to the face for his efforts.
He deserved that.
He's totally deserved it.
But yeah, so what was the woman's name? I can't remember. The secretary totally buys it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Yukisaki, I do
yeah,
believe.
Yukisaki, I think.
Yeah. The name seems familiar.
Midori. I remember Midori easier than Yukisaki.
I remember yeah, now I remember Yukisaki. That jogged my memory, but that's how she's referred to, really.
Yeah, so yeah, she totally buys it, which is a little surprising to me.
And
This story is very cliched, but sometimes they do things that surprise you a little bit.
Nice little twists on old classic
Yeah,
situations.
it's real. Like I said at the end of the reaction, it's so cliche, but it's so captivating. I don't understand.
Cliches are around for a reason. But yeah, I think this series has a habit of sort of not like full-on twists on like cliched situations, but more subtle changes. I guess. But it still makes it awesome to watch.
Yeah, but the fact that the fact that Yosaki, put it out there as she did is because in elementary school, middle school, not liking boys is fine and dandy, and then she kind of pushed it a little bit by saying you're in high school, that should
It'd
be
be
normal.
worrisome if you hated boys when you're in high school.
Yeah.
So maybe like Koiwai, she kind of wants Aki, to maybe mature a wee bit.
So even if she didn't believe it, the fact that she said that just kind of pushes Aki to be like, fine,
I'll play along. And actually, this
that, and she really likes keeping up pretenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, putting on airs.
Yeah.
Actually, this could be important for the story going forward, especially if we see Yukisaki.
The flashback.
If we see Yuisaki again. Because, well, actually, no, not that. Yuisaki's attitude.
I'm going to talk about that next.
Oh, okay.
The flashback. But go ahead.
But yeah, because, I mean, what if what if somehow she colludes with Koiwai and then they both know what Masamune's plan and go with it? For Aki's sake, naturally.
Yeah.
I kind of got that impression.
But you did find, like, right after this happens, because, like, they all just, go off and head out for changing rooms and bedrooms and shit like that.
Head for the beach.
And Yoisake, you can see her like gritting her teeth and really doesn't like guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she likes guys. She's just very frustrated by her luck with men,
or lack
thereof, and the fact that she always dates losers. So it's not that she doesn't like guys, it's just that she's
just frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated, really.
But she did like want to bring Aki up to be a cruel mistress.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of her intent the entire time.
Oh, yeah, in the flashback.
But
Okay, so we get a very important flashback, actually.
It's like the bulk of Yuisaki's backstory, really.
Yeah. Well, okay, so we see a flashback to, I guess it was the first day that Yuisaki started working for the Yatagaki family. And she was dumped again. And she hears Aki crying. And she asks her, what's wrong? Hey, where's that little round boy that you were hanging out with? Which is very obviously Masamune. And I think it's very important because it shows Aki crying after, like, probably the day after what she did to Masamune. So she might have actually felt bad about that.
Very important.
Yeah, I think that there's
I didn't even
something
think
very
about that.
important there.
I didn't think about that. Like, maybe, obviously she's the cruel princess as a front, but...
yeah, I can certainly see the way that this just goes around in a circle.
Comes full circle.
Comes complete full circle.
You're like Kama. Now you can see the ending.
Well, I can now see like...
I kind of have a better grasp of the the characters and their motivations and things like that. But yeah, I thought that was a shockingly important point there.
She actually felt bad.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it looks like she might regret what she did to Masamune back then. So, I think it'll be important later anyway.
Yeah, so
Most
all that
likely.
history's gonna get dredged up at some awkward time, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, they go down to the beach. We get a nice little beach part. And naturally, Neko cleans Masamune and asks him to apply sunscreen. Very classic scene.
Oh, yes.
And Aragaki comes and karate chops them apart.
Masterfully done.
But she didn't karate chop Masamune.
Yeah,
thought she just-
when you saw the hand coming down, I thought it was going to come down on Masamune.
Just right on his head.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
But no,
Gotcha.
she totally went like a girlfriend.
The whole scene just got a lot more serious because of that well-placed chop.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, it shows Aragaki as a jealous girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
Hands
yeah.
off a man, skank.
Yeah, and basically she says, look, we need to pretend to be dating, so you can't be clinging to him.
Right.
And Neko actually agrees. And then Aragaki pulls Masamune to a secluded section of the beach.
And they're totally being spied on by Yuisaki.
well, I also want to point out that Aki pointed out that this could impact the Fujinomiya family.
Yeah,
Like
Neko's
their
family.
name?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's also one of the things about this series is the like
characters
most of the characters come from very wealthy, probably old money type families.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, putting on airs is kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, how bad would it be for Neko's family, if the heir of one family tries to steal the boyfriend of another more prominent family?
Well, as Aki put it, it would make Masamune look like a playboy, and it would make Neko look like she was being duped by the playboy. So that's why it would make her family look bad, because if Neko's probably the heir to the family, then it would look like she makes bad decisions and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, then when they get to the secluded section of the beach, Aki drops all pretenses and just goes, "Go get me something to eat.
Give me a sandwich.
I need
bitch."
carbs now." Yeah, make me a sandwich, bitch.
Actually, it was make me a sandwich, darling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make me a sandwich,
hurt.
darling.
Oh, that hit hard.
I'll be right back, honey.
Honey.
That reminded me of Nisekoi.
Yeah, I mean, mentioning that totally reminded me of like the first couple episodes of Nisekoi. Honey, that's just that
when they're going like way over the top.
I hate it. It's annoying, but it was fucking cute.
Just the awkwardness of the situation, and like that insider knowledge that they kind of hate each other, but at the same time, it's just so good.
Pet names kind of annoy me in general.
That is true, but in this situation,
even in like real life, I'm not one of those type of people. But yeah, so they do kind of annoy me.
I don't mind them at all, but it was in here that little bit.
it works in this situation.
This episode in general, just Aki was on point for being cute and lovable, for being such a hateful, spiteful person.
She's so cute, but she's such a bitch.
I know, but it's like her bitchiness allows for her to make up for it when she gets flustered or acts cute.
Yeah.
So weird.
But as Masamune goes and gets lunch for Aki, he stops by. He talks to Iwasaki.
Well, yeah. So he talks to her so that he can get food for Aki, and
She's already on it.
yeah, she already had a bento made up for her.
Yeah, but Masamune asks, what other places on the island can we as high schoolers go have fun at?
Actually, before you mention the fact that he's a high schooler, Vyusaki automatically points out, "Oh, you're a guy, so there's a cabaret club."
Right. Let's see. There's a live house. There's I forget what the other one was. It's places that she lists off places that young
She'd
adults
frequent.
would go,
Yeah.
rather than high schoolers. And then so she comes up with the idea to do a test of courage.
And she knows just the place.
Again, classic situation.
Very classic.
Very very cliched.
Oh yeah, I mean it's almost not a summer episode without a test of courage.
Almost. But so she apparently points out an abandoned school, it looked like. Which apparently everywhere that people spend summer has an abandoned schoolhouse.
Some sort of abandoned building.
I mean, I could probably start counting the amount of times that I've seen an abandoned schoolhouse in anime for a test of courage, and this episode would end up being like an hour long. Because I have seen it over and over.
Meanwhile,
and over, and
the
over,
amount of actual
and over,
abandoned schools I've seen.
and over, and over, and over, and over, and over,
Like for reals?
and over.
Well, it makes more sense in Japan because small communities, especially small like island towns and whatnot, are losing. Their populations are falling pretty rapidly because the young people are trying to find more opportunities and whatnot in the cities. And so, if you have like say nothing but the old timers there, who exactly is gonna like tear down and rebuild
An excellent
the schools?
example of it is Barakamon.
Barakamon, yeah.
Basically, a lot of the younger people and the people who would have kids have moved to the city, and so most of the town is either like really old people or like older middle-aged people who character's kids have all moved out. So there's only like a handful of kids on the island. So, yeah, it's just funny how it comes up all the time. Like even when they don't, like when characters don't go to islands, you see the abandoned schoolhouse like all the time.
And I'm not gonna lie, like if our high school was an abandoned high school, that'd be creepy as shit.
Any kind of large building, though, can be really creepy when it's like totally empty and devoid of people.
Yeah, we would know. We're security guards.
We would know. And actually, I work at a site very much like that, an abandoned office block.
Well, if somebody told me that your site was haunted, I would not be surprised.
Probably not.
But yeah, I've been around our high school in the middle of the night, just looking at it from the outside in.
You sure that's going to hold up in court?
It's creepy as crap.
Yeah. Anyway, so Masamune rounds them all up for the test of courage. Pretty much everybody's scared or acting scared.
Except for
I'm
Taba.
assuming that Kawai's acting scared during the first part.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is scared except Futaba, who's like super excited.
Ah, speaking of on point for cuteness, good God, Futaba, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
This episode, though.
adorable.
This whole episode.
This whole episode, you're right.
But so they draw lots to see who goes first, and of course it's rigged so that
Kawai goes in first.
Well, it's rigged so that Kawai goes in first, and then Aki goes before Masamune, so that he can rush to her rescue when she gets scared.
But it goes Kawai, Trap Dude.
Yeah, it's Kawai, Kojiro, Futaba, Aki, Masamune, and then Neko. And so they start going in, and we see inside that Yuisaki was already laying in wait with a scream mask.
Well, not Scream Mask.
Yeah, with a not scream mask.
It looks slightly different.
Okay.
A knockoff Scream mask.
If you think about the way that it looked, the eyes were like that, like they were smiling, and the mouth was open. So what the fuck was that mask? Is that like an Ahagao mask?
Well, fitting, isn't it?
Right. I actually did not notice that in the episode until I just thought about it. That is a very weird mask.
All I was thinking is you just need to add a tongue to it, and you get the "What's up?" mask from Scary Movie.
Right. But yeah, so she's laying in wait with a mask, preparing to scare Masamune.
Because her plan is, yeah, she scares Masamune. He looks lame in front of Aki.
Aki breaks up with him.
Teehee.
However, she didn't anticipate Koiwai.
Oh my god.
Who a Jason mask with a chainsaw going to fucking town.
Koiwai.
Because according to the plan,
Koiwai is supposed to help Masamune by scaring people. So Koiwai was totally prepared to scare the shit out of people, and it worked.
Yeah, and I gotta admit, I wasn't like totally caught off guard about it, but by her. But I am convinced that if she walked through the Valley of the Shadow of Death, she would fear no evil, for she is the most evil thing in the valley.
But so it scares Yuisaki, and Yuisaki screams and runs away.
And this sets off
it sets off a chain reaction, but she runs
hilarity.
straight into Aki and scares the crap. Well,
with the
actually,
mask
they
on.
scare the crap out of each other because Aki was having problems with her flashlight, and it turns on just at the right moment to shine up underneath her face. So they scare the crap out of each other. And then Masamune runs around the corner, and he's like, Yuisaki, what are you doing here? And then at the end of the hallway behind Masamune, you just see Koiwai being lit up by lightning flashes. And then she disappears, and that scares the crap out of Yuisaki even more. And she starts screaming and running the hell out of there.
Hilarious
You
scene.
could hear her screaming a mile away.
yeah, and then she darts out of the building, runs down the field.
Well, she she's running down the hallways, and she runs past Kojiro, scares the crap out of him, then runs past Futaba and scares the crap out of her, and then exits the building and starts running down the
trail.
Yeah, running down the trail.
And here's another little detail that I think was odd. I'm not sure exactly what was going on here, but she runs into Neko, who is bleeding at the mouth and looks pale as shit.
I think
It might
I'm pretty
be her.
sure that came up in an earlier episode with Neko, but
Yeah.
she is kind of a sickly girl.
Yeah.
She's kind of a sickly girl, but the first time you see her bleeding at the mouth, it's just ketchup.
Yeah.
Right. So I think she's doing that just to troll people.
So I'm not sure exactly what was going on there.
It was kind of random, huh?
Yeah, it was very random.
I think,
But it was still, I
I
think
think
it was
she
fun.
was trying on purpose to scare her because
Just one more jump scare for Yuisaki, I think.
But-
And I think it worked pretty well.
Other than Yuasake, who was she supposed to be scaring here?
well, she was about to go into the building.
She was about to go in. I think she wanted to go in and then scare everyone just to be a troll. It sounds like
That might have been funny.
Oh, yeah, that would have been hilarious.
But Yuisake gets scared again and then starts running off without looking and runs straight into a metal pole and knocks herself the fuck out.
Pole wins.
KO. And then she wakes up being carried by Masamune because they're all going back to the villa. And Masamune reveals that him and Aki aren't actually dating. However, he wanted to impress Aki there.
And for some reason, Yuisaki totally approves of this.
Yep.
And, well, from the way she's blushing and pressing herself against our boy here, I think we have a new harem member.
Right.
Great. Cougar type. Get.
Yeah, so, and then when they're leaving on the boat, Koiwa is talking to Masamune again.
In a sailor outfit for no particular reason.
Fan service.
Fan service.
And so basically she says that she's not going to tell Aki anything right now. However,
Keep your guard up, yo.
basically,
Yeah. She has no desire to help an unmotivated Masamune.
an unmotivated pig's foot, actually.
Pig's foot, right? Stick to the plan, Leroy.
Pretty much. But yeah, that was fucking hilarious. I mean, just the test of courage bit was fucking hilarious.
With everyone running around scaring the shit out of Yuisaki. Just,
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah.
This episode
That had me rolling.
on point 100% of the way through.
A very, very great summer episode.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the funniest of the series so far, in my opinion.
This series just keeps surprising the hell out of me.
Right.
Nice little surprises. Nothing too big. Just little things. Yeah, it works.
But, so, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon page.